Hey, what's up? We're officially live. Everybody can see us now. Hopefully, everybody can hear us as well, and nobody's muted.
Hello.
Everybody test their mic. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello. Yeah, and thanks everybody tuning into the chat nice and early. I saw y'all in there. I really appreciate that. This is the weekly Syrinscape official Cyberpunk Red gameplay. We do this every Thursday. This is going to be session 2 of the Time to Hustle campaign, I guess you could call it. This is kind of downtime. You know, in Cyberpunk Red, there's something called downtime in between campaigns where you have a chance to, you know, buy things, get therapy, do your side hustle to make some extra cash if you have a week. So we'll get into that in a moment. We wanted to play that out for everybody. But before we get there, let's go around the table. Everybody introduce yourselves, tell people where they can find you online, and then introduce your character as well. Rockette Fox, you want to start it off?
Hello, everybody. I am Rockette Fox. You can find me anywhere Rockette Foxes can be found, but usually on Instagram and my own channel, twitch.tv/Rockette Fox, where I am now on this brand new streaming rig that I built myself. Very proud. That's right. And also I have a podcast called Fantastically Strange, both fantastic and strange. I am a little behind on new episode updates, but I just got a whole new set of interviews lined up, and I am super excited. So those are going to be coming very soon, including some that would be like a death midwife and things like that. So be sure to stay tuned. And that is on all of your podcasting locations. Fantastically Strange. And I tonight am playing Hades, your absolutely favorite Netrunner that you've ever come across, because if not, I will kill you.
No.
But yeah, you know, just doing the thing that, you know, I'm always doing, hanging out, being cool, hacking into everybody's stuff, just that sort of thing.
Maybe biting some faces off every once in a while, right?
Only when they deserve it.
I think I saw that happen once. Yeah, and what's up, Chuggy, entering the chat there, and Warped. Make sure that if your chili's ready, bring enough for all of chat. Pass it around.
Yeah, don't threaten us with a good time.
Yeah.
You get a chili emoji now.
I know. Phil,
Yeah.
Phil, why don't you take the mic?
Hey.
Hey.
Probably just blew everyone's eardrums out. Hi.
Rip.
Rip headphone users. Hi, I'm Phil. I'm part of Baby Beard Media, along with Ellen over there. She's diagonally up from me this time because we're in the diner. Yeah, we're part of Baby Beard Media. We're an Aussie group who does RPG stuff, TTRPG stuff in the form of our awesome podcast called Roll2Cast. Which also is on all the podcast places wherever a podcast is created or found. And that's a different season, a different story every season with a different system, different storyteller. Check us out now for some Kids on Bikes, which is starting to get a little bit mysterious even as we speak. And tonight I'm playing Bud solo.
Perfect. Brandon.
I am Brandon Perkins, also known as DM_Brando, and I should be found as DM_Brando on all the socials. However, if there's someone else that's DM_Brando, they're an imposter, and they need to go out the airlock. So, I play with Realmsmith every Monday night. I play here every Thursday night, and I GM Fallout on Cyberpunk Uncensored every Tuesday with Ellen and Rob when we just did episode 1, and it was amazing. And tomorrow, in the afternoon, my time, 3 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be playing a Mad Queens channel, and Rob is GMing there, and it's going to be super fun. There may be some Soylent Green to be had. We'll have to see what happens.
Very true. Very true. Ellen. Oh yeah, and your character. Sorry.
Oh yeah, and I play Rush. I'm a fixer.
Perfect.
I hope it's vegetarian Soylent Green.
Highly doubtful.
Oh no, it's vegan Soylent Green, even better.
Oh, made from real vegans.
Yeah, made from a real vegan that Jerry the Ghoul might even know. Hey, is that Carl? But all right, Ellen.
Hi, I'm Ellen. As Phil mentioned, who sits below me, I am also 1/4 of Baby Beard Media. As he said, check out our TTRPG podcast, but we also have a pretty kickin' YouTube channel which does daily uploads. That's right, daily uploads of Let's Plays, and we play some of your favorite RPGs, some of our favorite RPGs. We've done Dragon Age, we've done Knights of the Old Republic, we have done Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, which we've actually seen right through to the end. So make sure you hop on YouTube, give us a like and a subscribe, or I'll haunt you in your dreams. I also play Fallout with the lovely. I can't figure out which way I point.
You got it. That's it, Brandon. There you go.
There's Brandon, and there's Rob.
a little bit.
Like there?
No, a little bit the other way. Yeah, you got me.
Yay! I also play Fallout with Brandon and Rob, which is a super fun time, and I will be shortly joining another playthrough of Paranoia, run by Don't Forget Your Towels podcast, so check out that. And I am playing Alley Katz, the rocker of your dreams.
Oh yeah. And I'm Rob Mulligan. I'm the game master here. I'm also the founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored, so make sure you check out Cyberpunk Uncensored on Twitch and on YouTube. Give me a follow, give a subscribe. We do lots of gameplay. Like Brandon said, every Tuesday he's running Fallout that I get to play. So excited about that. It's been a lot of fun. Session 1 was awesome. And then tomorrow on Fridays, I GM for Mad Queen on her YouTube channel at noon. So check that out, and that's Pacific time. But I also run monthly games on the Cyberpunk Uncensored channel, a couple different monthlies. I'm getting ready to start up some Dune, I think at the end of this month or beginning of September, depending on timing. And Phil will be joining me. Rockette Fox will be joining me. We got a couple others. So we'll get into that eventually. But aside from Cyberpunk Uncensored, make sure you show support to Syrinscape. It's the reason we're all here. Make sure you follow and subscribe to Syrinscape on both Twitch and on YouTube. And then check out the website. Check out how awesome the tools are to make sounds for your gameplay, whether you're playing at the table in person or digitally like we are right here on the internet. So, now that all the promos are done and we did all the plugs, let's get into the session. Like I said, this last week's session and this session is called Time to Hustle. The team got done basically with the first campaign called Don't Have a Cow, and the first downtime after the campaign, the team went to the diner. They had to decide what to do with the cow and evidence because council wanted them to destroy it and get rid of evidence, be discreet. They want to brush it under the rug, let Biotechnica keep working on what they're working on. They're trying to do good. Just forget about Continental Brands, doing a little cleanup, killing some people, just chalk it up. Maybe someone made money off the body lotto, who cares? They gave a little bit of money to Tumble because Dreads died, so they feel like that's okay now. So just very dark dystopian Night City style environment. But the team had to make the decision: are they, destroying it, brushing it under the rug, or are they going to expose it to a media that basically confronted them and wanted to pay them to basically break the story and work on that and follow some of their rumors and such, which they did. You gave her a sample, you gave her all the evidence, and then got rid of the cow. So She went on, and it's been a couple weeks. She must be working on the case. You haven't heard much about it yet, but you got a little bit of downtime now after going through all that. The past 2 weeks, you basically got to spend a week doing a hustle, make a little bit of side cash, buy some gear, cyberware, things that you want to get. You also have a chance to get some therapy. I'll allow it to be 2 weeks if we need to add in some therapy, which I think Rush did some therapy. So we'll say you had a week downtime to work a little bit, then maybe a week to do therapy, get cyberware, stuff like that. And now you're at the end of that. You're hitting the weekend. This weekend, Rush is planning on putting together a night market. So maybe you might talk about that at the diner for a moment. When we get into the next campaign starting next week, we're going to start right where this ends, going into the weekend. Maybe we'll say like he spend Friday and Saturday getting it all together. We'll start the session on Sunday during the day, and that night is when Rush is going to throw his night market. And we'll kind of start the campaign with that. I think that'll be a lot of fun to see Rush in his element. He went up ranks. He's able to throw a night market. And we'll talk about that off camera a little bit because you have options on where you want to throw it, how you want to set it up. And we can kind of preset some of that up so Rush is prepared when we step into that campaign to throw a night market.
Yeah, well, Rush knows what he's doing, but I don't. So
Exactly. Exactly. We got to get there. We'll get there.
How we all feel.
Wait, you're not the same person?
See, when
close enough.
Hell yeah. But yeah, so that's what we'll do. We'll basically start it there next week. That being said, you just had a week of the hustle. You had a week of that downtime for either therapy, getting stuff. You're finally meeting up together now at the diner. You kind of made that plan. Hey, let's take a couple weeks, hustle, get things done for ourselves, take some personal time, get back together at the diner. Just to recap, check in with each other. We know Rush is going to be throwing a night market this weekend, so let's get together and hang out for that at least, So let me get the Syrinscape sounds going. Oh, yeah.
Let me get my player going.
Oh, yeah.
Excited.
Well, here, let me stop it because I think it won't play if you open it. Let me know when you have your player open and I'll start it up.
It's like synchronizing watches, but synchronizing.
Yeah, I think once you get it playing,
Syrinscape.
yeah, you have to have the players open so they sync, and then I can control it and kind of rock it. You good to go?
It is up.
All
Yeah,
right.
mine's up.
Nice.
Here we go. All right, cool. So yeah, like I said, you all have basically went back to that 24-hour diner. You are, all loaded up with new cyberware, new gear, weapons, anything that you had to do over the past weeks. We're gonna roll on the hustle table in a moment. We'll get to the hustle and stuff. What I would like to do first is have you all meet up at the table, just saying hi. It's been a couple weeks, and knowing that Rush is going to be throwing his night market. Let's at least do that. But y'all get to the table.
What's up?
How's it going?
Oh, nice I can't get the glasses on under my wig. Sorry. There we are. Sorry, everyone. Hey.
What's your tech hair doing today? Seems to be malfunctioning on you.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd change it up. I'm not used to having longer hair. But, I figured... well, we've, basically put a big target on our heads, so time for a new aesthetic, right?
Yeah, I mean, get used to it.
Well, that is part of my life, I think, putting a big target on me.
Shoot
Speaking
here.
of, I've been working on some vids.
What about you, Hades?
Yeah,
You're
what
awful
you doing?
quiet.
Tired.
Tired.
The job of a good Netrunner is never done, and I don't really get a lot of sleep when I'm away from you people. It's not like I get a
Wait,
lot
you
of
gotta.
with you
You
people
don't
either.
get. I was gonna say you don't get to sleep. You don't get to sleep without us.
Or with you. I don't really sleep a lot, just in general.
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what
it's,
you're talking about.
Hades.
You always, that sense that you're always on the edge of madness. That whole thing.
You're one to talk, bud. Bud.
Mine's a kind of quiet madness.
I don't think that anyone has ever referred to me as quiet. Thank you.
No, I think Bud was referring to himself.
Yeah, mine's quiet.
Yeah.
Yours is a very bold madness.
Yeah, that's true.
And as the only
We love it.
Well, you
And,
better.
Saved butts more than once.
I was gonna say you seem to be the only sane member of this group. Rush, how are you doing?
Dane.
Speaking of sane, I got a little bit of therapy.
Oh,
Ooh. Did they have your
who
that's
you-
you.
Oh, did they wave the clock in front of your eyes?
They did some weird BD therapy. I've never done anything like that before.
Oh yeah, I do a bit of that kind of therapy.
It's a little bit different from yours.
I bet.
Yeah, I think somehow I'm less expensive. Crazy.
That seems about right.
I mean, not crazy. I mean, weird.
Uh,
Can I get a coffee?
None
Maybe there's
taken.
some whiskey in there or something.
But
Did it
yeah.
work?
Yeah, I feel like it worked really well, actually, because, I after everything we'd been through, that whole bathtub thing really stuck in my head.
What's that thing?
The one where we all woke up naked
Zip tied,
in
and
the
gagged.
bathtub.
And Allie's face opened up as well. That was pretty traumatizing.
Yeah,
Oh,
kind of ate a dude.
big guy
And-
can't
and-
handle a cyber snake. Is that it?
And Hades, I mean, you were snacking on some guy's face for a little bit, weren't you?
At that time. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, so there was that. and
Maybe I do need therapy.
I highly recommend it. It was very
Yeah.
effective.
Wait, so what was in the thing? What did they show you? Like, what did you experience? Did they tie you down? Was there chains?
You only
was
have to
electric-
talk about
Drugs?
I-
Electricity?
Did they drill into your head?
Rush, you only have to talk about what you feel comfortable with. Okay, don't let.
Oh, that's no fun.
Well, the BD was really interesting. They after every session, they would kind of reprogram and rewrite this BD to include stuff from the previous session, right? So if I talked about a family member, then they would actually find like photos of the family member and they would bring them in there. And so I would be able to confront them, talk about stuff from a childhood. It was amazing. Just wild stuff.
Who'd you use?
Do a lot of confronting.
Oh, well, I went to this guy, Bill Starsky.
Starsky, huh?
Starsky, yeah.
Everyone's like making notes in the agent.
Yeah, I was literally writing it down.
It's so hard to find a good shrink in this
Yeah.
town, man.
Oh,
Most
hey.
of them are.
Are you trying to get service, or is this part of your new yoga?
Yoga?
You know, just one arm up.
Well, I mean, I've never done you. Oh, so.
What was that?
I wanted to ask Rush a question.
Yeah.
Did you speak in the Canadian?
Well, yeah, a little bit.
Is that when he regresses?
Reliving memories.
So traumatizing for you.
I
I
need to
mean-
know how. I need to know how to envision all of this in my head when I think about it later.
Oh, yeah. There were maple leaves.
And lots
Maple
of
syrup everywhere.
There's maple syrup. And hockey sticks. Good.
Do they still play hockey up there? I thought it was just they'd gotten rid of the actual puck and it was just a fighting on ice now.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, the sticks are still involved in the fighting. So,
Oh, I see. Yeah, they used to not be able to use the sticks. So I'm glad the game's evolving.
Well,
it's evolving. It's better than ever.
It's
I
important.
last time I was up there, I saw that someone was using the puck is like a little grenade, essentially. So instead of you're still passing it around, but it's kind of like you want that to be as far away from you as possible. It's pretty dope. I actually, yeah.
I should get back into hockey. That sounds great.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're experimenting with one where it takes a certain number of impacts before it explodes. So it's not a timer on this one.
Oh.
It's just, like 30 hits and then bam.
God, we should go to a game sometime.
Maybe we should.
Have that night sing? Do they do that here? I haven't really been into the sport stick lately. Ever.
It doesn't show, Hades. It doesn't show.
But I want to see people fighting with each other, and I like explosions, so.
I mean, you don't need to watch hockey to watch people fighting with each other. This is Night City. But if you want a bit more pageantry to it, I don't mind the sports stick, as they call it.
Yeah, and like if people are fighting with each other, and then people win. Nobody, like, you don't, when we see people fighting on, like, the streets and stuff, people don't get, like, awards for it, really. Not that I've seen. I guess we could start bringing awards with us. We could give people awards.
Yeah. I mean, in the Banshees, we did have a kind of award system, but it was less gold stickers and more guys' teeth.
Oh, teeth. That's a good system. I like that.
Bill Starsky, you say, is this therapist, huh?
Yep, Bill Starsky.
Yeah. Maybe worth checking out. Not to... I feel like we haven't really talked about it, but... I mean, the elephant in the room. I feel like seeing Dreads get flatlined really fucked me up. How else to say it? Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel great about that. I just thought it was...
Yeah, we should have been more cautious. I can't help thinking that was our fault for thinking we could just talk our way through there.
I mean,
I feel like we let it happen.
If not for that order, we might have been able to get away scot-free, but yeah, it was just unlucky. But, not to bring the mood down, I don't know, I can't talk to it really about, I can't talk to anyone about that really, apart from you guys.
That's okay. You don't have to keep it light with us. We watch each other's back. You want to unload something personal, you do that. It's okay.
Yeah. Speaking of personal, I figure, I don't know, I want to go treat myself. I was thinking about getting some threading, some new EMP threading.
Nice.
Maybe some shift tack.
That's fine.
But you know, Rush is putting together a little shindig soon.
Yeah.
Rush, tell me more. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking a night market, and I'm thinking maybe some very nice high-grade cyberware and weaponry. I'm thinking let's get a little military with this one. You know what I mean?
Interesting. And by military,
Everybody loves military hardware.
Oh
yeah.
And all.
We're not involving that that psycho from the Dixie, are we? Just to be clear.
No.
Talk about
What?
military. Okay, yeah.
No, not even. But there will be items there that maybe we could make use of in case we see him again. You know what I mean?
Oh, yes. If we see him again, I can think of a few choice. I'd say words, but I mean bullets.
We could use him for the puck.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Hockey game. And we could be the players, and instead of hockey sticks, we could use guns.
Yeah, it's certainly. I mean, really,
Isn't
we don't
that-
need to keep up the hockey pretense. We can just shoot that guy. I think that's fine.
You can't.
You don't decide.
Yeah.
Isn't that Friday Night Firefight? They're teasing on 54. They're trying to. Yeah, they're trying to get that off the ground. Just
What?
putting convicted criminals in an arena, getting them to shoot each other.
I
Oh God.
for that. I thought it was very engaging.
Yeah, well, I like the part where they get the backgrounds of each of the crims before they set them loose.
Well,
You
yeah.
know, this one used to be a ganger, and then a personal trainer, and then a ganger again.
But they have the interactive part where you can call in on your agent, and well, not call in, but you can vote on who you think is gonna get shot in which body part.
Yeah, I know. It's really interactive.
Yeah, and yet somehow I'm seen as this corrupter of souls. What? Just because you can see my body in the garden?
We-
or...
We don't think that.
I
We
know
don't
you
think that, but like, I mean, it's laws haven't evolved in a while, and all of the criminals do have to wear pasties.
God forbid we see a nipple amongst all the gore.
Oh, even though they have no pants on and all their junk is just flopping all over the place.
Someone's like zooming in to just a pile of carnage. Hey, I think that's a nipple.
this is why. Whoa! Penalty.
That's how teens in Night City have to get their smut. Like their parents are walking in. What are you watching? Just the Friday Night Firefight. I
Just
swear.
dead bodies.
Just people getting murdered. I swear.
It's about
It's a
that
new thing
time.
called Running Man.
It did remind me of Running Man when you guys were describing that. But it's about that time that the waitress walks up and she just says, "Oh, hey guys, remember me? It's Donna."
Donna.
Hey, Donna.
It's
Like
nice
the
to see
accent.
you. I'm sorry. It's nice to see you again, Donna.
Oh, thank you.
How have you been? Do you have kids? How are kids?
I'm okay. I just have very little time on account of we're so busy. So luckily for yous, we got the new menu. And she kind of like waves her hand over the table, and this hologram drops out of the ceiling of Donna's face, and it says "Your waitress." And then it has like going around the edge of the table above you these holograms of all the different meals that you can choose from in categories of breakfast, lunch, things like that. And it goes around. She says, just go ahead and order. We'll take care of yous. And she walks off.
No. Thanks.
And just as quick as
Do
she
you
walks
think-
off,
Thanks.
she comes right back. And judging by where everybody's sitting at the table at this overlay, she leans over to Hades and she says, hey, and just keep this in mind. I really like the silent tough guys types, so if you get me your boy's number, maybe I'll get the meal comped for free. And she kind of points over to Bud, and then she walks off.
Oh,
What was that about?
hi, bud.
Sorry, what?
What?
Listen.
Yeah.
This is very important. This is important for all of our stomachs.
Yeah.
Okay. Now.
Oh, God, I hate when she gets like this.
All of us, we all know that we have ID on our agents. We can see the faces pop up of who call us. And so, if hypothetically speaking, you were to give out the numbers of your agent to somebody, you wouldn't have to actually answer the call, but if you were to do that and it were to earn us a free meal, I'm just saying, it would be the right thing to do for all of us.
Are you trying to pimp Bud out to the waitress?
Listen, I'm
listening.
a lover, okay? I am a benevolent spirit. I like to think of myself, in fact, for the duration of this sentence, you can refer to me as Aphrodite.
Look,
Who's from
I
Matthew?
just heard free lunch, so I'm just gonna order everything, and sure, you can give her my number. That's fine.
Wait, I don't.
All
I
right.
mean, I would be very I keep doing Donna's accent. Damn you, Rob. I'd be very cautious. I would be very cautious because, you know, it's
Well,
first it's
what's
free
your-
lunch, and then it is
Free dinner.
No, there's a lot of expectations, and
Ending in free D. Sorry.
you and you burn those bridges, and then we can't go to this diner anymore.
I do really like Donna.
Do you know
I'm a gentleman.
That's true.
Oh.
Bud is a gentleman. Bud would never shoot Donna or even karate chop her.
Yeah, I'm not concerned about that, but just
But don't karate chop Donna. I like Donna too much.
I don't know. It just didn't seem like you were really into her. And
Are you
if
into
she's
Donna?
Into you?
You like Donna? Do you think Donna's pretty?
I've never honestly I've never even thought about it.
Yeah. So I just
Would you at least? Would you? Hades like
All
climbs.
she
up
wants
onto
is
the-
my number. I'm not getting married to the chick.
Hades is gonna. It literally climbs up on the table and like just goes over to Bud and just face to face. Bud, would you at least go to a coffee with Donna? Even if it's just like to the other table, that table over there, would you at least have a coffee with Donna? A coffee. Just a coffee with Donna? Would you have a coffee with
Sure, I have a heart.
Okay.
I'm not totally dead inside. Like, look, I know you want the French toast. You've been talking about it all morning. Get the French toast with the real berries. It's like the most expensive thing. I know you want it. Just get it, and I'll have coffee with Donna. Jeez.
all right. Just watch.
Roach has his
yourself, bud.
therapy and I have French toast. And that's all I want in this life.
I'm so glad that I don't let you book any jobs for me anymore, Hades.
I booked you the best jobs. There was that crocodile man, and there were
Yeah.
the triplet sisters, who
Actually, that one was pretty cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
all right. I stand by
yeah.
it. Go on it.
they're always a lot of fun.
Just don't break her heart, you know?
Just be
Hey,
honest. People like honesty.
I'm a good listener. People like that too, right?
Yeah, tell her
People
your
do not
shoe size
like
and everything.
honesty.
That's true. They say they do. They do not.
They
Yeah, let's-
do.
Let's favor tact over honesty, if you know what I mean.
Well, I mean,
Let's just get the French toast, okay?
What's so if Bud's getting a little bit of everything off the menu that he wants, and Hades is getting the French toast meal with real berries, what's Allie and Rush getting? What are you guys ordering? You two.
You go, Rush. I'm thinking.
I'm thinking too. I'm gonna get the ramen.
Mine's a full
With-
cooked
Yeah.
soy sausages, hash browns, whatever substitutes for beans,
Yeah.
toast, all that good stuff.
Beans might still be around.
Yeah.
They might just all be dried up. You have to like soak them forever.
How international is this menu?
I mean, they can pretty much whip up anything, but they push a lot of American traditional. It's like, like a futuristic Denny's style vibe, but just a little more diverse.
Okay.
Why? What are you thinking?
Well, I was thinking kimbap.
All right.
Delicious.
Classic.
Along it, so ramen, kimbap.
Yeah.
I think Allie is gonna get one of those, just like one of those milkshake kind of thing. Obviously not real milk. Maybe a real shake.
No, it's not real milk from a cow, I would hope.
Oh god, no. But it's kind of one of those like frappuccino things with just like a lot of added flavors, but probably some kind of protein sprinkled throughout that kind of give it some substance.
Genuine ostrich milk.
Yeah.
and the coffee. She's going to be double parking in terms of beverages.
Cat milk.
Very similar to me.
All right.
Got nipples, you can milk it.
There you go. Thank you. Someone got it. All right.
I've got nipples.
Someone
Greg.
else is
Can
old
you
school.
milk me?
I mean, technically speaking.
All right. So yeah, after you, all of you kind of swipe your meals down, and the hologram goes up, and the one of Donna says thanks, and all the hologram whips back up, and it's only like maybe 5 or 10 minutes after that this bot comes down the hall, down like kind of the inner way that goes in between all the booths and the tables down the center, and it's just this kind of square, almost like an R2D2 style, like trash can on wheels looking thing with just arms holding a tray with everyone's food, and it comes and just turns and kind of places onto the table and keeps going. Thank you.
And have waiters.
I just got so
Yeah.
protective of that little breakfast machine.
The service just got way better.
I don't know if I'm
Yeah, they've
alone or
upgraded at
what,
this diner.
but I love this breakfast robot. I would die for this breakfast robot.
My baby.
Also, do you like flick to tip your waiter? Do you flick
Yeah.
eddies from your agent into like the mouth of
Yeah,
the
you-
hologram?
Yeah, you toss a coin
Oh,
to
no.
your hologram, or whatever that Witcher song is. You just swipe it.
Whoa. I just imagine it being like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the coffee thing. Instead of like buy someone a coffee, it's like feed your waiter.
Yeah. No, I like that. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh.
But everybody's meal comes. Everything looks great. You're eating, kind of settling in. What I want to do now is, you've had the conversation, a little bit of catch up on what you've been doing, a little chatter about Rush upcoming to throw his night market. We want to kind of talk about hustling now. So what I'd like to do is, we have the hustle table. Everybody knows their rank and how to read that table. It's there in the rule book. Anybody that wants to follow along, it's on page 383 of the PDF, the digital PDF. So everybody find
So
your
82?
yeah, and find your rank there and your roll. Find that table, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go around the table. Everybody's going to roll your dice for it. You can do it digitally, or if you have real dice with you right now, however you prefer. Just do that. Tell me what the number is, or just read what you did on the table. But don't go into detail about it yet. Just read the title that you rolled, and we're going to go around the table, giving a little bit of time for you to think about it. And then we'll go back around, and just naturally you guys engage in conversation, telling each other about the different hustles in order that we go around the table. Okay? So let's start with Bud. So if you want to roll it.
Yeah, pick. So, do you need me to tell you what I rolled?
Yeah, roll it and tell me what it
Okay.
is, and then we're going to go around and have everybody do that while you think about it.
So I got a 4. And that is hired out as muscle to affix a corporal gang.
Nice, okay. Yeah, think about that. When we get back to you, we'll have you start off the conversation elaborating on what you did. Allie, do your roll and
I
let's hear it.
rolled physical dice, and I get a 5.
Nice.
And also, how cute is this die?
That's cool. I like the colors.
Which for a rocker of my ability comes to an opening act for a big name group.
Ooh. So think about how that would fit in with Allie, her style of Rockerboy, and maybe what that equates to. You know what I mean? And we'll get back around. So Rush.
So I rolled a 4. A deal went south, and I'm keeping my head down till it blows over.
Oh no.
That's spicy.
Yeah.
Maybe you can think of
Does that
some.
mean you get
some-
nothing?
Exactly. But that
You get nothing.
that can lead to
Good
some
day, sir.
that can lead to some
I-
spicy stuff that maybe will show up in future campaign or something. I don't know. Think of something there, and maybe if you can tie that to your night market somehow, that could be kind of fun. Just think about
You
that.
do get something.
Oh, you do?
You do get a little.
I wasn't
a
looking
little,
at it.
A little scratch.
Oh, okay,
He gets
cool.
a
Yeah.
little tiny scratch.
He gets 100. Is that what it is?
Yeah, €100.
Yeah, at least something. Okay. Hades.
I rolled a disappointment, is what I rolled. I got a new set of physical die. I thought about rolling it, and I was like, no, I'll keep it on the digital. And I rolled a 1.
Oh.
So, bum, 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 bum.
Is that bad for
Is that bad on your
Netrunner?
chart?
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Oh,
it's okay. So I cracked a small system and sold the data. It could have been way cooler, but...
Okay, cool. Well, think about that. And everybody write down the amount of money that you earned from that side hustle. Add that to your character sheet. And now, like I said, your food came. You're enjoying the food. And you're kind of now catching up on, what you did for that week after that gig and, selling the information, all that. You guys went into hustling and made a little side scratch. And Bud, why don't you start that off?
Don't know how your guys' week's been. Pretty boring for me. Just working muscle for a fixer who thought, delusions of grandeur, thought people were coming gunning for him. So he hired a bunch of extra muscle, so I stood outside his office playing games on my agent for a week.
There wasn't any action.
No, it turns out he just pissed off an ex-girlfriend, and she came around once when we were like, he's not here, and that was the extent of it. He was all like, oh, she's gonna hire all these people to come after me. She's a psycho. She's got all these cousins. Honestly, total nothing burger.
She was perfectly fine.
Yeah, I think he overestimated his effect on people.
Did he have a whole bunch of other psycho girlfriends too?
I mean, honestly, I didn't ask, but it really would not surprise me.
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, it's funny how people who have loads of psycho girlfriends tend to be toxic weirdos themselves.
Oh, who would have thunk?
Paycheck's a paycheck, though, and I got on Kingdom Battle. I went up like 5 levels. So.
Ooh, did you get a new weapon?
Well, you gotta buy gems for the new weapons, so I didn't bother in the end. Yeah.
You're not ahead of me now, are you?
Well, I did raid your town while you were busy on that job. Sorry. Come on, it's a game.
Yeah, there are. What's the game again, Phil? What'd you say?
Kingdom Battle.
Kingdom Battle. Yeah, there is no love lost in Kingdom Battle, Hades.
Hey, it's my respect for you as a fellow warrior. That's why I don't go easy on you. Plus, if you really get upset, can't you just hack their central servers and give yourself like infinite gems?
No, we had an alliance.
And I broke it.
You guys are all about the fighting. I just like to play as a blacksmith. It's so fun. I feel like you guys don't even acknowledge the genius of the crafting inventory tape. You know what? I'm tired of having this conversation.
Well,
already?
Craft something.
Yes, I'm already tired of it.
What did you do this week?
Me? Well.
Oh, okay.
So
it's a story. Okay, I'll settle in.
Phil, I have a question. Out on a limb.
Yes.
What was your the runner of that kind of sex education place?
What's his name?
I remember he had a southern accent.
It did also have a southern accent. Yes.
It's
Kitty.
not terrible. Kitty.
His name was Kitty. Yes.
Because he had bio-sculpted cat ears.
Cat ears. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, there was this guy called Kitty. I think. No, wait. Do I remember their? Is it pronouns they them? I don't know.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. This purveyor of fine smut, Kitty, who
Over
looked me up.
at Sex Ed, right? That club.
Well, yeah, except it was sex ed come Night City, to this really cool cabaret scene called House of Sin. It's very cool, very queer, and they have like a whole night of it where I was actually opening for creme de la creme. So it was great. It was like a whole night of swinging, and I got to actually dance on a stage as opposed to, you know, the rig set up in my bedroom. And there was like a big martini glass. There were, you know,
You got to do it from home.
What?
You got to do it from home.
No, I was there in person. That's why it's exciting.
Cool.
Usually
All right,
I'm just,
nice.
you know, dancing in my rig set up at, like in my home. But this was like, this cabaret place is so cool. There's like the walls are lined with plush, and there's like dime Monties everywhere. The whole place just shines, and it also
exclusive.
sticks, but it's in a cute way, you know. So yeah, it was pretty cool. I got a neat little you know, extra 300 subs after that.
Nice. Yeah, I guess that's exposure, right? little joke for you there.
Yeah, no, I got it. It was funny. No, it was just nice to actually see people and perform for them face to face. It's not a thing I get to do often.
Yeah.
So that was.
Well, you tell Kitty if they need muscle for something a bit more exciting, then I'm available.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll get them to hit you up. Actually, that's a really good idea.
Thanks.
I don't know. He might make an agreement where he says he's on their side, and then he might turn on them all of a sudden and attack them when their back is turned, and they're doing something else that requires their attention. Bud.
So how was your week?
Yeah, it got a
What
lot
about you,
worse
Hades?
recently.
What should be? Let's go to Rush. Rush should be next.
It's across the table. I'm shoveling sausage in my mouth.
Yeah, are you actually both on your agents right now? Just like.
And let's and let's not forget to at the table, everybody has their meal. Hades has her, you know, stacks of French toast, and Rush and Allie what you ordered, but Bud has like all these plates, stacks of food.
You gonna eat all that?
Eventually.
Oh man, I love you, man. You're great.
You want a hash brown?
Yes, of course. You know, these are they're chewier than I expected,
Made
but
out
it's
of
not bad.
100% real brown.
Yeah, I think
a little bit of hash.
I think someone told them about a potato once.
100% real brown.
That's what it says on the packet, I'm assuming.
Brown.
Maybe.
Yeah, well,
Thanks.
Hades and Bud usurp each other's noble lineage. How are you doing, Rush? You seem a bit quiet.
Yeah, for good reason. I had a deal that went south on me.
Interesting.
There was a
Again?
tiger claw. There was. Hey, look. More of them go right than go wrong. You know, it's just so happens.
Averages.
You've caught me in a bit of a slump. I'm sorry, but
It's a numbers game.
it's a numbers game. That's right. It's a numbers game.
So Tiger Claws, carry on.
Yeah, a member of the Tiger Claws was looking for a very specific sort of weapon. I was able to find a supplier for this weapon, and part of the deal was that this supplier would show up at the right time, and then I would give him extra special consideration to possibly be considered for the night market, you know? I guess that wasn't enough, and this guy never showed up. The Tiger Claw was real bad, especially since he already paid me part of it, and I told him that it was non-refundable. It was a finder's fee, and I found it. It just never came. Either way, he's not happy, and I'm just avoiding Tiger Claw territory for just a little bit.
It's always wise anyway.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I feel like
Yeah.
you're too nice of a fixer, Rush. You always let people kind of. I
Well,
don't know. You always seem like you end up with the short end of the stick.
I mean, I could start killing people. Maybe then they'd take it seriously. But I don't know. I'm still figuring out what kind of a fixer I'm going to end up being. You know what I mean?
Well, I think you're very
Arms
nice.
dealer, judging by this weekend.
Yeah.
It's the arms deals that don't. They're the less reliable sort of deals. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to get around certain other items. But I'm hoping that this night market with the arms there, that is going to be the one that breaks the bad luck. Lady Luck's coming. We're going to have some good items. It's going to be great. And you know what? I'm going to get Pox to help because you know what? He knows what he's doing. He's done it before. He's done night markets before. I think he should help.
Yeah. Well,
I mean-
that would get him out from under my feet.
Yeah. But enough about me. Hades,
I do mean that literally.
how have you been doing?
Pox pokes out from underneath the table. Oh, can I come out yet, Allie? Oh, okay, no, okay. He goes back under.
Did I hear
No, I'm
talking
kidding.
from my ottoman?
I'm kidding.
I feel like
God.
being an intern for Alley Cats is like basically being
Yes,
someone who cleans around
Your
the house.
foot massaging stool.
he's in a full gimp outfit.
Yeah.
Maid, I think, is more likely, so you can get work done.
That's right. That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, and it's much more like with her aesthetic of like cute cat girls.
You have
French maid cat ears.
a tiny cute cat boy to do your chores.
Yeah, I still pay him. I mean, he's got to learn what it's like to work. He's got to work up to the top.
Honestly, I bet he loves it.
yeah.
Also, did you see the fat stacks he pulled out? Apparently, man's not hungry for money.
Yeah, I wonder if he took it off that Russian. Because I took him to the range, got him a piece. He needs something to sort himself out in Night City, So we squeezed off a few rounds and found something that was, his size. He went a little bit ambitious first. The kick nearly, took one of his eyes out.
All I hear is
But,
right now.
What I tell everyone is that size doesn't matter.
It's right. It's what you do with it. What about you, Hades? You been throwing your weight around?
Always am. Oh, this week, though. 2 weeks. What day is it? Well, anyway. Yeah, so.
None of us know. No idea.
It's daytime.
Yeah,
None of us are
apparently.
at our best.
So, anyway. I don't know if I ever told you guys about this. Allie, I think you know. So, you remember I used to work with, on occasion, I worked with, Man-Bat 93.
Oh, yeah. That was a sticky situation.
So, you two, Rush Bud, I don't know if you know about this. On occasion, I would sidle up. There's not really a Netrunner. You wouldn't call them a Netrunner, but Man-Bat 93. It's kind of someone who came across my well, I was jacked in one time. I was playing some games, and somebody was really good. Anyway, they came to me, and they offered me some gig work here and there. And anyway, they were really good in the gaming scene. Too good to be a person. Anyway, it's an AI. Anyway, it's an AI that I've worked with on occasion here and there. I don't know where they come from, but anyway, they drop me work every once in a while. And anyway, they came back and they gave me some work this past couple weeks.
You're in love?
What? No,
No, nothing.
no, I think they want to kill me.
Oh, okay. All right. So
That
you are in
seems
love.
much-
Great.
That seems like more your speed.
I don't know. I don't know what their angle is. I don't know where they come from. But it's an AI. They're not even real. I don't know if they have a corporeal form at all. But anyway, the point is, Man-Bat 93 just materialized again. And anyway, so was
Are you trying to make Man-Bat your mortal enemy?
One does not make someone their mortal enemy. That's not how these things happen. I mean, if you have to make someone your mortal enemy, then are they truly your mortal enemy? You know, someone who is truly great, who is truly the greatest of their field, who is greater than great, the greatest of the greats who have ever graded upon the
Starting to grate on me.
yeah, you know, you just, you know, you find mortal enemies come out of the woodwork is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
To you. You know, you don't have to find them; they find you. They
I
find you.
getcha.
I'm sorry, you've been talking about getting yourself a nemesis for ages.
I just feel like, yeah, you're constructing a narrative here, and in terms of
No, that's
story
what I do.
of
I don't do that
Hades.
sort of thing.
the story of Hades up against a AI.
Well, you know,
sounds good
if
to me.
I'm just saying, if Man-Bat 93 just happens to, you know, try and like find me and blow me up every time, like I don't know.
You would hate that.
I would. It would be the worst. You know, I mean, maybe he even puts tiny robots in my house that are in the shape of little crabs or something. I don't know. But anyway, this was a real job. I even got paid for it. So this job. So, does anyone know the sushi/pet store over down by
Oh God. The pets that don't sell go to the other end of the store, which is the. Never mind. This is horrible. Go on. Sorry.
your face?
We've got both kinds of fish. We got
Store.
friends and food.
Yeah.
over by the well, anyway, Man-Bat 93, and I was totally on board with this. So this is one place where the total, you know, the light and the dark, the good and the evil had to join forces to set the lobsters free. But in order to do that, we had to go into their system, the computer system, but also the actual system. I had to go in to the store myself,
Wow. In person. What happened to the lobsters?
Getting your hands dirty.
I do that a lot, yes.
What happened when the lobsters got free? Did they just scuttle around? Don't they need water?
Tree!
Oh god, nothing in my mind makes more sense than Hades, like shrieking into the night as like a whole street is filled with just like scuttling lobsters.
You end up taking that snake home with you, the not the cyber snake, but the cybernetic snake.
That Hades thought was a real snake, but was not. Yeah. No,
yeah.
And for anyone who's curious, the lobster tank is very large. There were a lot of lobsters that just very slowly made their way away from this place. But also Hades,
Pinchy.
Hades did take a bunch of these lobsters home with her, and they are now in her bathtub.
Oh.
She wasn't just find the ocean, go my minions.
Yeah, but she was just like, she picked out a few of her favorites and she took those home with her. And she filled up the bathtub and then put them in there.
Did the rest make it to the ocean? They just ended up
never
dying
know.
on the street.
We'll never know.
Let's
Maybe
just
they
say there's
did.
stories of sewer lobsters now.
Ooh. I like that.
Where they're
Rocket's
growing
big
larger and
later.
ever larger.
Yeah. They're into the hot zone, getting radiated and growing into some monstrous lobster monster.
Godzilla size.
They're gonna
Yeah.
be done gang in the next season, right?
Yeah. But hey,
Rob's gonna bring kaiju into the next season.
Yeah.
One giant claw emerges from the middle.
Yeah. One big pinch.
I hope they're on our side.
But yeah, let's this is where we're going to take our quick 5-minute bio break. Everybody hang out in the chat, because when we get back, what I want to do is have everybody talk about Pox. We didn't bring Pox up. Bud brought him up a little bit. I'd love to go around the table and everybody kind of describe a moment you had with Pox over the past couple of weeks, showing around Night City or whatever. Everybody had like a day and a night with Pox to do something. So when we get back, let's dive into that. And I also want to do a little conversation roll with everybody when we get back at one point during all that, to see which one of you four got a little more personal with Pox and he revealed something to you. So we'll see who got that bit of information. But we'll be back in 5 minutes. Nobody go anywhere. I'm going to leave the mics hot too, by the way.
Mics.
As
We
always.
got hot mics coming through. Hot. Get them while they're hot.
I'm doing all my budgeting. I think we're probably gonna have to pay rent as well out of our cash, so having
Oh,
to
yeah.
budget for that. Yeah.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you done that?
Paid
I'm
rent?
not
No.
yet, but
Mine's 1,000 eddies for a shipping container. Can you believe
Not
it?
in, not in
yeah.
life nor in the game have I paid rent.
Yes.
Yeah.
No, it recently went through.
I need to teach these crabs how to steal. Thieves.
Well, they got pincers. They should be natural at it, really.
I've been seeing. I'm a big fan of the rat page on Reddit, and
Follow
someone
that,
was-
yes.
Yeah, someone taught their rat how to steal money from a purse.
I love it.
It's so cute. The rat just like goes into their purse, gets like a note, and then gets a treat for it.
That is amazing.
And as they run off, the person's like, "You dirty rat!"
You dirty rat. And the rat's like, actually, I'm quite clean. That's a misnomer.
Yeah. it's actually mice who are quite smelly.
Mice are quite smelly.
Yeah, no, that's what I hear.
Yeah. I think it's probably like their gland, similar to ferrets. They have like glands to like mark stuff. I mean, Preston's
Bronx?
like Bronx. Hey, bearded babies and Rockette Fox DM friends.
Just the babies at the moment.
Yeah. So are we the beards or are we the babies? Or are we the baby beards?
I think we're any of those. Yes, all of the above.
Are they the three genders?
Yes, that's right.
If we
Although
ever
I
get an
identify
office,
as a baby, is not.
people do.
They do.
But like, if we ever get an office one of these days, we should just have the toilets be like babies, beards.
Yeah.
And
The
then see
office
people,
will
like,
have to be the creche.
Everyone try and figure out what's what.
Am I a beard or a baby?
Baby, am I a beard or am I a baby?
Yeah, it does sound a bit like a Bo Burnham song.
Yeah.
Oh no. Only one chestnut left. What is my life?
A chestnut free.
It's not free life, yeah.
Yeah.
The sorrow is so real. Oh man, I want coffee. I should grab some. Alright, I'll be back again.
Bye.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm excited to see these giant sewer lobster stats that have come up in the chat here.
Yeah, stat them up. Someone stat us some radioactive lobsters, please.
I think they'll need some sort of a cyberpunk appropriate name as well. However, I cannot think of any at this point in time.
I gotta ask you, what's your VIP area at your night market gonna be like? For me, that's the most important part.
What's the VIP area going to be like?
Yeah.
Oh, I think
the-
it's going to be raised. I think it's gonna.
Oh.
You have to go up to get there.
Yeah.
My water bottle.
Because that Russian guy was just like in a truck, right, with his floozies. You want to be on display.
I think if it's a VIP, you gotta look VIP, and to do that, you've got to be on a higher level. Right?
You have a throne.
Yeah,
Yes.
I'm excited to see what you do for your night market because, like Phil said, and we'll discuss this. You have location options, and obviously you can set it up any way that you want. You can theme it, stylize it. You can run it a certain way. I mean, be on a throne in the center if you want. Go around however you want. I'm interested for Rush to have his own night market. Should be cool.
Oh, yeah.
So think about that.
I have
it's
some
such a
ideas.
Cool. Such a big part of being a fixer. I'm glad you get to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Me too. I didn't even realize all that was involved in it. I was just,
There's a lot.
I was thinking, oh yeah, no, I just hold the night market while we're, away for these 2 weeks or whatever. but no, it's a big deal.
We got
Is that a
bunnies
rat?
and rats. Cuties.
Hey, Rob, do we have to deduct lifestyle from our funds?
Yeah,
Is
we
it time
will.
to pay rent?
Yeah, we will be.
Maybe the pipe.
I was going. What I was going to do is allow everyone to spend the previous money, the hustle, and everything on the cyberware, the therapy, the gear, everything everybody needs to get. Then have Rush do his night market. Maybe you all are kind of hired help to help him do his first night market since you all are a team. And then maybe the profits that you make from the night market, you guys will all make some money running that night market. We'll say, but that'll obviously have to go towards living expenses and things. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I was going to kind of make that a wash, but we'll get into that next week. Let's get back
Very
to...
happy to give my services to a good cause.
Oh, yeah. All right, cool. We are back from break. Everybody can see us now. Hell yeah. Thanks, everybody, for sticking around and watching the second half of our Time to Hustle session 2 of Time to Hustle. So... what I want to do is we got a fur babies on the screen. Everybody take note of the cuties.
Oh my God.
Making it on stream.
There we are. Give the people what they want.
People want babies.
Fur
Preston
babies.
always looks so unimpressed with everything I do.
I know, it's funny because like even when you get him closer, he almost seems to back up like, what the...
Like, oh no.
He's
Oh, there he
sniffing
goes.
all of you.
There he goes. Now he leaned in. That was cute. That was better. It was like he's giving little bunny kisses. All right, cool. We're back. Here's what's up. So everybody over the course of the hustle or the next week where you bought things or therapy or anything that you had to do there, at one point during these 2 weeks, you had a little bit of time with Pox. Anybody watching, make sure you check out the previous session so you learn all the cool things that happened in the last campaign. But along the way, Ali met this young guy, Pox. I don't want to say kid because he's older, young adult, but old enough to drink. I think we decided he just turned 21 or something. We decided, but not that matters. In Night City, you can drink at like 18 or 15, but yeah. Anyways, that's kind of become her minion. He's a big fan. At that night market in Neonola, you had him kind of help you get keys, and he was kind of part of you guys accomplishing that gig so you could get the cow back to Night City. But in turn, you had to get him out of there because he was working for a dangerous fixer and helping him with his night market and things, and he didn't want to get killed, so he left. But that's who Pox is, and over these 2 weeks, everybody spent a little bit of time with him. He had time with every single character, whether it was a day and a night, a couple days. I want everybody to kind of go over that, but I want to do it in character. So let's just have everybody sit at the table, and I think Bud already kind of got a little bit into what he did with Pox, so let's have Bud start it off. Go ahead and take it from there. Hades was mentioned, did you see that big stack of money that he had? He said, oh yeah, speaking of Pox, took him to a range or whatever. Maybe he was pestering you about it, I think you said, but yeah, go for it.
Yeah, as people said last week, I was a bit like, he'll probably die in a week. But I don't want him to die, so I relented. He was like, you gotta show me a few pointers. I need to get a nice piece. So I took him to the range.
It's growing on you.
Yeah, well, I try not to get too attached. Just for reference, I got 12 on my conversation roll.
Interesting.
Not my forte. 3 empathy. Just like shoot. Just point and shoot. Shoot the gun. I don't think he's gonna be a solo man. He doesn't have the cojones for it, if you ask me. I think, yeah, that's right. I think he'll find his niche. I just don't think it's shooting people. Honestly,
Yeah.
he might hold his own. I changed my mind slightly about him. He was wise enough to get out from the thumb of that crazy Russian guy and head to the big city. So at least he's got ambition.
I mean,
And
he
now
seems to
now he's got a
enjoy
handgun.
He seemed to enjoy you taking him out.
Yeah, well, everything's new for him, right? It's new. Night City, man. Oh my God. It's Night City guns, Night City range. It's the same everywhere, but because it's Night City, he was all excited.
Yeah, it's got the brand recognition about it.
That's right. Yeah. And I know the guy at the range. He was treating me nice, making a fuss over me because I buy so much ammunition from him. So you got a little taste of what it's like to start climbing the ranks around here.
Did he shoot all right?
Do you want to roll for his shooting?
Yeah, go for it. How did the experience go? I would imagine he probably, did average. Maybe he's not terrible, but he's not great. He's younger.
10, he got a 2, so he didn't.
Yeah.
Practice. He did some practice. Yeah, he's not the best marksman I've ever seen. Sure. Hopefully he picked up something from one of you guys. Did he hang out? I know he hung out with you, Allie.
He's been helping me box some merch. He seemed very interested in my job. But obviously I'm not gonna take him to a set right away. That's just not how it works, and I haven't really properly vetted him, Everyone thinks that, oh yeah, I'd love to be on set for a BD, I'd love to be around these performers, but I think some aren't ready for the truth that it's not as glamorous as it looks. So I've just had him doing.
Yeah, I heard it's actually really long and boring, actually.
Yeah, terrible for your back and all that, but it's it's not what people want to think.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I've just had him do some kind of menial tasks, like I said, boxing some merch, running my chat while I'm kind of out doing stuff. I did take him to House of Sin though. I thought that would, kind of. Yeah, it was a big event, and he seemed really excited, so I figure throw the dog a bone, so I got him a VIP pass on the condition that he kind of, basically helped me with quick changes. He had to be sober and not on any substances all night. Basically kind of be my little errand boy.
Did
he seemed to enjoy.
I'm curious. Did he behave? Was he good? Because, with you, he's still kind of fanboys out. So taking him to an event, I could imagine him having a couple moments where he's like, "Holy shit, is that so and so?" And like, I don't know, like, how was he?
Yeah, I think definitely. Well, he certainly spent most of the night with his jaw on the floor, but thankfully he didn't say anything. It was just clear that he was.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah, and
he was actually speechless, right. And that's crazy because he does talk a lot.
I think, I think like literally, if he's like stunned by Allie, then there are all these kind of big famous like dancers, performers, exotic performers, and doing acts like he hadn't even seen before. He'd never seen some kind of simulated firefight that led into a more like a hot tense scenario. He'd never seen that. He'd never seen some of the kind of Ripper docs do some of their more sensual kind of acts. So he was kind of, I think he did end up like going off to barf at some of the blood stuff. But thankfully he was pretty quiet about it. He just went a bit pale, went to the toilet, came back, and then he was very blown away by all the glitter and the pasties and the and the.
Did you guys? Did you have the snake lady with the big tits at that show?
What big you were gonna say? Yeah, the snake lady with the big hands.
Tail.
Yeah, we had her.
Yeah, I imagine that would have thrown him for a loop.
Yeah, he seemed more scared scared by the snake. Thankfully.
Yeah.
So he didn't spend the whole night looking at her chest.
Scaroused is the word that comes up a lot with her.
Yeah, I definitely feel it. No, but she's so nice. Everyone's like, no one really. I've had the fortune to talk to her a few times, Eve, and she's so nice and lovely. She actually crochets.
That's nice. You gotta have hobbies, right?
Yeah. Should I roll conversation to see if no, that's a failure.
What did you roll on conversation?
A 9.
Oh, a 9.
9
Okay.
for conversation. I think, I mean, I definitely took him out for a fun night, and he's not complained about any of the kind of busy work that I've made him do for my kind of business, but I think he's probably just been a bit overwhelmed and still a bit starstruck. And thankfully, I've had to, after the first reminder to not say anything too lewd, I think maybe he's still trying to play it cautiously and shut his mouth for a while.
He'll get there.
He'll get there. Yeah, exactly.
You just gotta desensitize him a bit more,
Well, I mean, for the bloodletting stuff, they asked for a volunteer, but he didn't want to be rubbed down with numbing gel and hacked at for some reason.
Rude.
Crazy, I know, right?
That's usually the most popular act. I don't get it. Newbies. Am I right?
Well, he's still new to the city, so.
He'll get used to it. He'll do fine.
Anyone else have take him out? I know there were a few nights where he couldn't, couldn't dust my shelves.
As it turns out, also,
It's not a euphemism.
at one point, Hades left the table, and then she comes back, and she does have these rats with her. She's like, "Look what I found in the bathroom!"
Okay.
They were stuck in this weird box trap back behind the cabinet.
Yeah, I found them swimming in the toilet, and I brought them back with me.
So weird that someone would put their rats there.
But I named them after you. One's Little Bud 1, and one's Little Bud 2.
I'm honored.
Named after Bud.
They look just like him. Look, they look very
Cute little buttles.
little bottles. Like that. So you know how I let all the lobsters loose in the street? Well, what ended up happening was, so out of all the lobsters, there was a few that I could tell with their long stalk eyes were looking at me in a way that I felt really connected to me. But there were too many for me to carry in my arms. So I ended up sending Pox a message on my agent because I needed an extra set of arms to help carry them back to my place.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, he does have very usable arms.
He does, and he has 2 more hands than I do. So I sent him a message, and I was like, "Pox, get here right now, or I'm gonna kill you." And so then he ended up showing
That'll work.
up way quicker than I thought he would. And so then when he did, he was like, "Why are there so many lobsters in the street?" And I was like, "Shut up and grab some lobsters." And so then he came back to my place, and he seemed really surprised by how, I don't know, how nice it was, I guess. And I don't know, I keep my bonsais really well trimmed, and the plants are very nice, and the tea area is very
And
meticulous.
Bonsai's not a euphemism, is it?
It's not. No, I have very old bonsais.
Again, that's not okay.
Yeah.
Again, not even. And he was, he knew about taking his shoes off beforehand and everything, and so that was very nice. And then he actually ended up hanging out and playing some video games, so that was cool. But he ended up putting the lobsters in the bathtub. He ended up getting, let's see, I think he had 7 lobsters, and I had 5 because I took the ones with the bigger pinchers because, since I threatened him, I felt it was only fair that he took the ones with the smaller pinchers.
But hey, we know that Parks responds well to threats.
It's true. It's true.
He has hands, can use them.
It's
And
true.
if need be, he can actually shut his mouth.
That's true. And the lobsters didn't even pinch him in the face. So, I felt
Nice.
like it was a win all around. Because, when I set the lobsters free, I did have to take all of the rubber bands off of their pinchers so they could defend themselves.
Cool.
But yeah,
And
but
it sound-
Oh, good.
No, I was gonna say it sounds like maybe you opened up a little bit to Pox in the sense that you've always been kind of comically short with him, the new guy in the group, a little bit of ribbon or whatever, I don't know, but you've kind of given him a hard time to the point where he's been a little bit intimidated by you in the group. He looks up to Bud, looks up to Rush. He's a fan of Allie. To you, he's always been a little bit intimidated. Sounds like he actually, I don't know, had a little change of heart and played some video games with him and stuff, so that's kind of cool.
Well, and I feel like out of all of them, I feel like Hades is probably the closest in age to him. And so it's probably also like maybe like a sibling kind of deal where you have a sibling who threatens you in a way that at first, whenever she took him to go see the Yakuza, he was like, oh, she may kill me. But then after a while, it was like, she says this all the time. I don't know that it's actually a threat she's actually going to follow through on.
She says this to literally everybody.
Right.
Okay.
Everyone and all the time, but like...
It's his sign off
But
on her email.
But
I will kill you.
Yo,
I love that.
I'm gonna kill you.
But let's not also forget he has heard the true stories of things all of you have done as a team. He knows that you bit some guy's face off, while you were in the middle of getting tortured. He was naked, zip tied in bathtubs. Like he knows you've all been through some shit, and he knows that you've done some crazy stuff too. So all jokes aside, and as much as you do throw it around, I don't know. He's maybe it took. Yeah. So it took all up till now for him to kind of come to realization of all that. Maybe he was finally playing some video games or something. But I like that a lot.
Let's see what the conversation will has to say.
Yes.
Big
Oh
sword.
yeah.
Oh, 16.
But also, whenever we put all the lobsters in the bathtub, he also he found a little aquarium salt and he put it in there too. So I guess they're gonna be all right in there. So
Nice. So where is Hades taking baths and showers now? Or she just gave up on that?
You're gonna jump in with the lobsters.
Oh.
yeah, I go in with the lobsters. We all take baths together.
Here's another BSA.
I
Save water. Bathe with lobsters.
And I see Hades in a bathtub, and all the lobsters have little shower caps on and stuff, and she's got like...
They all have little shower caps, and they all have those little scrub brushes on the end of a stick. That way, everyone can scrub each other.
Hell yeah. What was your conversation you said?
So we ended up playing.
16, by the way. I
Oh,
think,
16.
If you want the number.
That's what I wanted. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, you
Sorry
were
to
asking
interrupt.
what we're talking about.
Oh no.
I see.
Because that's going to depend. I'll tell you what whoever got the highest what you were talking about at that moment, and I'm going to pull chat in for that moment too to provide some information. I'll let them contribute some lore for us to use. But yeah, continue on if Hades wants to kind of push it towards Rush.
Said he couldn't keep playing video games all through the next night because we were making a lot of progress. We've been playing for 28 hours, and then he said he couldn't keep playing because he had to go do something for you. What the heck, man?
So that's how Bud got the ante on you.
Well, yeah, maybe.
You know how it works. If you're literally not playing every second, then you're falling behind.
I'm gonna get you. Hey, no. What the heck, man?
Send raid.
Oh, no.
Where'd you end up taking Parks, Rush?
Oh, well, he needed a place to stay. So while I was doing my therapy, I let him sleep on the floor. But afterwards, I set him up with a cube hotel near mine. And, well, while he was hanging out, we, found out he likes board games too. And so we started playing some board games. So I took him out to his shop, and he picked up some Arkham something based on like Cthulhu. Anyway, it was fun. It was a really fun game, but man, he's got energy for video games, and I don't know where he got that from. Or for board games, I should say. Don't know where he got that from, but yeah, it was good. He was good. He's a good dude. Kind of grows on you like a fungus.
If he came from a 48-hour sesh with Hades, he was probably hopped up on Smash and and the net.
Oh, he was messed right up. He was bouncing off the wall.
900.
Now we're gonna play board games, okay?
Right. We're gonna play some board games. Look, let's go to the board game shop.
Just like,
You can pick whatever board game you want. Let's start with some tic-tac-toe. Keep it calm.
Now we're gonna play the quiet game.
I feel like he's like Andy Dwyer from Parks and Rec. Of you said I could have one lolly, and he comes back with the huge it's almost like a gumball machine. This counts as one.
No, you can't buy cones of Dunshire. It will not fit in my place.
So you had a nice, relaxing night with him. Good.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's a good dude. I mean, he's super high energy. Wouldn't shut up about what he was doing with you there, Allie. He kept he said something about a snake lady.
Oh yeah, Anaconda.
Anaconda.
Nice, I like that name.
Thanks to chat.
That's a chat suggestion.
Yeah. I love getting contributions from chat. They're always awesome. That was great.
Left a real impression on him.
Well, yeah, I think she she may have went in for the hug, and I think the glitter left probably 2 circles on his chest.
I was wondering what that was.
Yeah, body glitter.
He still hasn't washed it off.
Oh God.
He still has glitter all the way up to under his chin and down all on his chest and neck. Buddy!
Yeah, sorry, he wanted to type in chat.
Yeah, so send him up with the Cube Hotel. He's got a place near mine.
Nice. What's your? Give me a conversation roll so we can see if you beat Hades out on that 16 that she had, I think.
Oh, let's see. Is this impacted by my humanity loss? I think so, right?
Would be, yeah. It lowers your effective empathy, yeah.
Yeah, so that's a 10.
Hades wins again.
Yeah. It seems like at one point, and this is strictly information for Hades, and Hades can decide if she would come out with this at one point, or tell the team, or just mention it, or if it might come up during any of the other conversations that have taken place, and we can interject this if you want to. But during the course of hanging out with Pox, maybe for the fact that you kind of opened up to him, playing video games, he finally got that sense of, oh shit, this is kind of like a sister to me, and I get it now, and we get along now. And at one point, you guys got chatting about, what he was doing, and Neonola and his upbringing, things like that. Just getting to know each other a little bit better. And at one point, he told you how, yeah, he was helping out that fixer in the night market, like he told you when you guys were there, to just kind of like learn the ropes. He's really interested in, all kinds of crazy stuff like that. What you've come to find out is he actually comes from a rich family, a big corporate family. And chat, I want you to come up with what corporation his parents work for, his father works for, or his mother, and put that in chat, and we'll use it. I'll incorporate that into lore. I've got some ideas with that for future stuff, possibly, but I'd like chat to come up with that. So you guys think of a corporation, but he opened up to you basically saying, yeah, I was messing with that fixer and learning stuff because it's all just kind of fun to me. That's why I'm so excited to come to Night City, because, honestly, I'm a trust fund kid, and I don't have to do shit. My parents are rich as fuck. They, work for this corporation. My dad's like a high-end exec there, and, I tend to tap him for money, but...
We should not have taken this guy.
But he says...
I regret everything.
But he opens up to you and basically tells you that and says, but I love getting out and living life. My family, they typically, pump me with money, but for the most part, I just check in with them on holidays and stuff. They're just so busy with the corp life. They, we rarely hang and stuff. But you kind of learn that about him. But he did tell you, it's like, don't tell the team. I really don't let anybody know that, because then everybody starts looking at me like I'm just some rich, spoiled kid and, a silver spoon sort of situation. And I'm absolutely not. Like, my family's busy. I love getting around. I've been working with the fixer. I used to hang with this gang back in the day. When I was a kid, I used to shoplift a little. Like, he talks like this, like it's cool. Like, oh, see, I've done cool things too. You could tell he is kind of has that rich kid background, But he doesn't want you to tell anybody. He's like, please don't tell the team. I don't want them looking at me different. I just kind of want to learn the ropes and hang out in Night City. I'm just happy to be here and part of the team, and I hope we can trust each other. So that's how it kind of went, and you can take it from there, however you want, unless you got questions. Yeah.
I do have questions. Would he have mentioned which corporation it was?
Well, I want to grab that from the chat. I want chat to contribute an idea, come up with the corporation that his family works for, or is a high-end exec at.
So Hades would not mention this to the team. And Hades would likely want to cultivate this relationship because her family worked for a corporation and was actually excommunicated from the corporation. And she has her own things that she wants to have happen. So she would kind of hold on to this for her own purposes.
Okay.
And if it happens to be the same corporation,
that's just gravy.
But it's a kind of thing to where, like, she would at least wait and see if she can get close to Pox to see, like, can we get close? Can I get him on my side? Like, more to where, like, just see where it goes. Just feel out the relationship. Just feel it out.
Did we
ulterior motives? Me?
Did we get in? Did we dive into that corp background in that session 0? I'm not remembering if we defined it.
We hadn't mentioned which corporation it was, but that her family had been her family had been integrated, like, into a corporation. They were not low level in it. And then something had happened that unjustly kind of booted them out of it.
Oh, okay.
But she had grown up in it. Before they got cast asunder.
Does Allie know this?
Well, Allie would know about Hades, I would imagine, because we did, sessions there. You guys have all the background, but Hades is the only one that knows about Pox. Yeah.
Yeah, Hades.
We dated, but I'm wondering if even she kept that from her.
Oh.
No, I think the group would know because she was trying to get Bud to. Well, I don't know. She was trying to get Bud
to get me to kill them, right?
To kill people in the. I don't know how forthcoming she would have been about what exactly her motives were.
Yeah, I know that we all know that, like, Hades hates corpse, but I don't know. I don't know if we ever got to the reason why, or I don't know if our characters got to the reason why.
Yeah, and but
everybody.
has been trying to hire him to kill like some corporate people, and she's
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
bent on it.
And the whole thing is like he's not actually a hitman. Like he does
Right, and he's
all
just
this
like,
stuff
I'm not doing this.
to protect people, not.
Yeah, her growing up, she would have gone to like private schools and like
Yeah.
all.
Ziggurat's nice because they run the internet, right? They run the CityNet.
Yeah, they set up the databases and all that stuff. Data.
So that could give you a tech background, possibly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that one. See if anybody else wants to suggest anything else. I think out of those, what is that, Cerebus Technologies?
Yeah.
I like that too. That kind of works. And they could, if we want to go different, one could be for Hades' family background. Whether not or she did, reveal that to everyone in the team or not, it's just some back stuff to everybody can put in the pocket or whatever. Or we could make that Ziggurat, or we could make that Pox's family's hookup, or we could make it both the same. I lean more towards Ziggurat. I like that, especially as far as red and what what that implies towards the tech stuff and the net running sort of stuff. I like Mulligan tech, BK. But yeah, no, let's go with Ziggurat, Mardi Gras Marine Arcology Inc. Stink Palm. I think we're gonna pass on that one. But
Persephone Limited.
Yeah, I like that. I like these names. But yeah, let's go with Ziggurat for the sake of kind of what it is and how it fits in. It also makes sense, nationwide running into this, and maybe Pox's family, being high up on that somewhere on the East Coast, somewhere out there and working in one of the offices out there. Do we want to tie that into Hades' family background? Maybe at one point when he opened up about this, Hades, that kind of clicked like, oh, shit, Ziggurat, that's what the corp that my family got kicked out of. And would you reveal that to him if that's the case? What do you think?
It's gonna be two totally different scenarios for her, whether or not it's the same one or a different one. Because if it's a different one, she'll be like, yes, I can play this against the corporation that I hate. If it's the same one, it'll be, I'm going to try and get Pox to do something against this corporation that I hate. I don't know. What seems more...
How you use him. Yeah.
How about this? It's always fun.
Yeah.
I mean, we are playing a game here that involves dice.
Should we roll for it?
There you go. Roll for it, Hades. And but before you roll, decide what's even, what's odd number. You know what I mean? Like, how do you want to...
Yeah.
How's it going to fall? And then roll it and let me know.
There's
all right.
nothing worse than forgetting what
All right,
number
chat.
was
Even or odd. Even or odd. I leave it to the people.
Chat. Hades needs your...
Netrunner of the people.
Let Hades know. Should it be even or odd? Even is same
Even is the
corp.
same.
Even it's the same corporation.
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, go
All
for
right.
it. Roll whatever you want.
Both from...
All right, we're gonna do a 20. Let's
Ooh,
see what
old
let's see what
school.
the odds have to say. 6, same corp.
Nice.
Same
Okay,
corp,
cool.
you both.
Same.
Okay, now here's something you should decide. During that conversation with Pox, when he kind of opened up, don't tell anybody, but my parents are kind of high-end corps at Ziggurat over there on the East Coast at one of the divisions over there, setting up things. I don't know what they do there, but just don't tell anybody. That clicked with you. Are you going to let him know, or are you keeping that to yourself? That you're about your family.
Wait. She's gonna wait until they've spent some more time together. She's gonna wait because she doesn't totally trust him just yet.
You don't know how he feels about his folks. He might hate them.
Yeah, she's gonna see how he feels about the folks, how he feels about everybody. I mean, like, anybody can share information with a stranger. We're gonna get close. We're gonna get close. Hades is gonna make it her goal to get close to him now.
Okay, cool. Well, that's great then. I think we can end this session here. I think everybody had their side hustle. Don't forget to keep track of that money you made. Those stories that we came up with, put them in the back of your mind, but don't fully forget them because, like I said, everything we do in all these sessions continues on because this is an ongoing game. We are breaking it into campaigns and sessions, but the whole thing, everything is part of the same world, so just keep that in mind. The other thing that we got to learn is everybody spent some time with Pox, which was really cool. Everybody had their moment, and Hades had even a deeper moment where he opened up about his background and his family and the trust fund situation, and it kind of ties into Hades' background, which is really cool. The very last thing that I do want to mention that we also learned is that Joanna has a thing for the strong, quiet types, and apparently she's got Bud's number now. So let's keep that in mind too. Yeah, thanks so much for playing the session. Thanks everybody for tuning in chat. I had a really good time. This being the shorter, kind of more fun role-play heavy sessions, I don't mind. Let's go around the table one more time. Just remind people where they can find you online. Give yourself a little plug. And then we'll get into the next campaign next Thursday. So everybody watching, make sure you tune in next Thursday because that's going to be the session 1 of the new campaign. But yeah, Phil, start it off.
Yeah, it's me, Phil. I'm at Scruff. At Scruff, SKKRUF on Twitter. So join me there, or join Babybeard Media on Twitter at Babybeard Media, or one word. To find out what we're up to. We have a Patreon to support our podcasts and all the YouTube stuff that we do. We're about to update it to add some more community content, some hangouts with our patrons, maybe even some games with our patrons. So it's a really good time to get involved with that. We're changing up to sort of make it a bit more of a community. So that's going to be really, really fun. But you should check out our podcast, Roll to Cast, or you should check out our YouTube channel, Babybeard Media. We do all that fun stuff. You should also check me out on my upcoming appearances with these lovely people playing June, because that's going to be awesome as well.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Brandon.
I am Brandon Perkins, also known as DM_Brando. And be sure to check us out on Mad Queen's channel tomorrow. Myself and Rob, we're going to play some Fallout.
Hell yeah. Ellen.
Hi, I am Ellen. Along with Phil, check out Babybeard Media, but also make sure that you subscribe to Roll to Cast, our TTRPG podcast. That's Roll to Cast, ROLE, because our latest season, Mystery Down Under, is a special Kids on Bikes mystery action adventure, and it's the first time I've ever GM'd, so check that out. Give me some support. Send all criticisms to babybeardmedia@gmail.
Attention, Phil.
Swiftly delete them.
So I can delete them. And you can also find me playing Fallout with Rob and Brandon. I forgot where to point.
You got it.
Somewhere
hey.
there. They're there.
Yay.
They're there. On Tuesdays, which is really Australian Wednesdays. And you can also find me on Twitter at EllenKGraham1, where I do hot nerd shit, including my makeups. Sometimes I do drawings, and sometimes I just tweet out pithy little nerd things. And you got to see that. Otherwise, Preston gets sad.
Aw, don't make Preston sad. What the hell? Don't make him sad,
Don't make
chat.
Preston sad.
Come on, chat. Don't make him sad. Rockette.
That's me.
Yes. Hello, everyone. I am, as always, Rockette Fox. With apparently these rat stacks here. I don't know if you see all this, but there's literally a stack of rats right here.
Yeah, a stack of rats.
On my head. Yeah, you can find me on Twitter. I'm generally more on Instagram because Twitter still confuses me. I am old. I'm older than I look. But yes, I am everywhere online as Rockette Fox, including over on twitch.tv/RocketteFox, where I lately have been playing a lot of Minecraft, so I'm also very young. But aside from that, I have my podcast, Fantastically Strange, that is going to soon be back active with a whole bunch of new interviews. Super excited, so check that out. I also have a Patreon if that interests you at all, where there's bonus podcast contents, and I do have a monthly sticker club. Gonna throw that your way. That's pretty much it. And again, Rat Stacks, what is happening here?
I like Rat Stacks. And I'm Rob Mulligan. I'm the GM here. I'm also the founder of Cyberpunk Uncensored. Check out Cyberpunk Uncensored on Twitch and YouTube. Give a follow, give a subscribe. I also have a Patreon. Check out Cyberpunk Uncensored on Patreon. Lots of cool things there. Some of the more interesting things, I can run gameplay for you. Also, you can create NPCs for our gameplay, which I've been using on some of the monthly ongoing Cyberpunk Red gameplay that I've got on Cyberpunk Uncensored. So tune into that, check it out, and join the Patreon. Aside from that, got Fallout tomorrow on the Mad Queen YouTube channel at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time. Brandon will be joining me for that. It'll be a lot of fun. And then every Tuesday, we're doing Fallout on Cyberpunk Uncensored with Brandon as GM and me and Ellen playing with Dave from Realm Smith as well. So it's a lot of fun. So check all that out. Make sure you show support to Syrinscape. Can't say that enough. Make sure you subscribe, follow to Syrinscape on YouTube, on Twitch. Share it. Share their site, you know? Post it around. Post it to groups on Facebook. Retweet the tweets. Share this gameplay. Just help Syrinscape get out there more. We're really appreciative of being here in this gameplay, and we're all here because of them. So we would love it if you'd give them some love, and we can continue this this train moving forward and keep the gameplay flowing every week. So, yep, we'll see everybody next Thursday. Thanks so much. Take care.
As you know.